seen what is induced EMF, we can also see what is the induced current. Then I will say induced current can be written as I induced is equal to E upon R. Therefore, minus 1 upon R d phi B by dt. This will give you induced current. So all these we are familiar in plus 2, and I have revised this because what we studied yesterday we forget, what we have studied 2 to 3 years ago definitely would have forgotten, and therefore I have recalled everything. Now our next step is to proceed and derive an integral and differential form of this Faraday's law. Shall I rub this off? Okay. Faraday's law expressed in integral and differential form. Expressed in integral and differential form. It's a very important topic, sir. You need to listen very carefully. Right through my discussion so far, I have put very clearly that change in magnetic flux in a circuit will produce an induced current. In other words, I would say change in magnetic flux in a circuit produces an electric field. Line integral of electric field will give you induced EMF. All these things are familiar to us from unit 1. My statement would have confused you. Don't worry. The moment I write an expression, everything will be clear to you. I am repeating it once again. What I am trying to tell you is the magnetic flux linked with the circuit, when it is changing, it induces an electric field around it. The line integral of electric field will give you induced EMF. The line integral of electric field will give induced EMF. What is that? I told you induced EMF is denoted by letter E. This is equal to line integral of E vector dot dl vector. Let me call this as equation number 1, sir. Let me call this as equation number 1. I repeat that. Magnetic flux linked with the circuit when it is changing, it will induce an electric field. When electric field is changing, when you take the line integral of the electric field, the line integral of the electric field will give you induced EMF. Now let us try to draw a simple diagram. Okay. Let us take a small surface. Unit vector the value of magnetic field near the circuit, let me take it as B vector. So please listen, I will repeat once again. Let us consider a spacious enclosing a circuit C placed in a magnetic field whose value near the circuit is B vector. I repeat, I have taken, we consider a spacious enclosing a circuit C placed in a magnetic field of strength B vector. In this space, in this circuit C, I have taken a small surface of area ds. The unit vector n is taken along the positive normal. It is normal to the surface. We all know from the previous unit that when you draw a unit vector or an area vector, it must always be drawn normal to the surface. Now, the total magnetic flux linked with the circuit given in figure. We have to calculate the total magnetic flux. Total magnetic flux phi B vector is equal to integral over the surface B vector dot n cap ds. If you are familiar with unit 1, you would remember magnetic flux, electric flux, we have written it as phi E. In the place of B, I would have written it E. E vector dot n cap ds. From the previous expression form, electric flux, E has been replaced by B, automatically it gives us magnetic flux. Sir, is that okay to you? No. We go to see what Faraday's law tells us. According to Faraday's law, induced EMF, hello sir, induced EMF produced is equal to time rate of change of magnetic flux. That is what we wrote short while from now. I would like to write it here, minus d phi b by dt. This is what we wrote. Induced EMF produced is equal to negative of time rate of change of magnetic flux. So here I am trying to tell you, according to Faraday's law, the EMF induced in an electric circuit or the line integral of electric field around the circuit is equal to time rate of change of magnetic flux. Is that clear to you? According to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the induced EMF produced or the line integral of electric field around a closed circuit is equal to time rate of change of magnetic flux, which means my equation will become induced EMF in the place of E. I can write this expression. Faraday's law, right? Line integral of electric field is equal to minus d phi b by okay. Sir, since I know the expression for phi b, I can conveniently substitute equation 2 here. Therefore, this equation will become line integral of electric field, which is induced EMF, is equal to minus dou by dou t of surface integral of B vector dot n cap ds. Is that okay to you, sir? Is that okay to you? Now, if you look at this expression, I will call this expression as 3. Okay? If you look at expression 3, left hand side of the expression has a line integral, right hand side of the expression has a surface integral. Therefore, it becomes very obvious that line integral has to be changed into surface integral. Before I go into it, I would like to tell you that equation 2 is integral form of Faraday's law. This is the integral form of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. If in mathematical physics, your teacher would have taught you how to convert surface integral into volume integral, Gauss divergence theorem, how to convert line integral into surface integral, Stokes theorem. Therefore I write I can even modify this further. And I will write E vector dot dl vector is equal to minus inter the surface dou B vector by dou t dot n cap ds. To be very precise, I would call this equation as Faraday's law in integral form. Faraday's law in integral form. Okay? Okay, sir. So we can also call this equation as 3. This equation as 3. As I already told you, that we need to change line integral into surface integral. Therefore, I write from Stokes theorem. What is it used for? Changing line integral into surface integral. Okay? Line integral of E vector dot dl. This, according to divergence theorem, can be written as del vector cross E vector dot n cap ds. Is that okay to you? If that is okay to you, let me try to rub equation 1 off. And in equation 3, in the place of this left hand side line integral, I can conveniently substitute this. Okay? Therefore, surface integral of del vector cross E vector dot n unit vector ds is equal to minus you, sir? Is that okay to you? No. Now, simplifying this, I can write this as del cross E vector is equal to minus dou B vector by dou T, which is the differential form of Faraday's law. From this equation, how do we go there? I would like to tell you why I have taken dou by dou T inside. So here there are two ways of producing induced EMF. The circuit is constant, or a circuit is placed in a changing magnetic field. A coil, I will put it this way, a coil is there, magnetic field is changing with respect to time, then induced EMF will be produced. Is that okay to you? If magnetic coil is at rest, magnetic field is constant, a circuit is moved there, induced EMF will be produced. Let me repeat it clearly. Magnetic field is there, a constant magnetic field, you are moving the coil, induced EMF will be produced. No doubt, because flux is changing. Second case, the coil is at rest, the circuit is at rest, magnetic field is changing, you are moving the magnet towards or away fast. Magnetic field is changing with respect to time, induced EMF is produced. If we take the second case, where magnetic field is changing with respect to time, then dou by dou T will not be, has to be taken inside the integral sign, it becomes a variable, therefore I have taken inside. Therefore, I would say, if this is the case, where magnetic field is changing with respect to time, circuit is remaining constant, therefore dou by dou T has been taken to this side, okay, inside the integral sign. Therefore, I can even say, if I call this expression as 4, this expression as 3, then I would also say that equation 3 represents the integral form of Faraday's law, and this one, this dou by dou T has been taken inside only when magnetic field is changing with respect to time, then dou by dou T has been taken inside. Then I am changing this line integral into surface integral by using Stokes theorem, then equating to arrive at the differential form of Faraday's law. So equation 3 gives me integral form of Faraday's law. Equation number 4, 5 gives me the differential form of Faraday's law. Is that okay to you, sir? This is a very important topic. Both the equations which I put in boxes are important. You must remember how to express Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction in differential form, how to express Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction in differential form. I will put everything in action. Quickly I will recall that when magnetic flux is changing with respect to time, induced EMF will be produced. Line integral of, and there will be an electric field as well. Line integral of electric field will give you induced EMF. The